Hey guys, what's up? So this is just gonna be a quick, short and sweet video on should you summon this weekend. Uh, take everything I have to say with a grain of salt. Summoning is always comes down to your choice, no matter what. I don't really want to convince people like, hey, you should absolutely be pulling, but in the same time, I think I have a generally good idea of how these champs help accounts and how they don't. So first off, new players, this banner will be a pretty friendly banner for you. Um, Elowen will be a champ you use through the very end game of your account. She is probably my most used champ at the moment. I use her in every gear raid. I use her in all the levels of Void Rift. I use her in 2 levels of the Codex. She was my MVP and probably Wasteland Titan. And then along with that, I used her in Styx as well for a rage regen booster. Um, so yeah, just overall great champ. But with that being said, you have a Nye on the other side that you could definitely pull in this 10x. And let's face it, she's probably not going to help your account too much in the early game. Um, she's not going to be great in any of the gear raids. She might help your guild boss a bit, but early game guild boss generally isn't too hard with other champs. Um, the reason I also say this banner is so good for the early game players are there's 2 fusion epics in here. These could be used to create a bomb. So if you're somebody hunting the fusion and you're missing one of these, this might be a banner to pull on just for your chance to grab some of these epics. And then you have Amani. I think Amani at Awaken 5 is probably the same level as Anaya is. And she will be less resource intensive and probably even more useful at A5. I've seen some Amanis on Forerunner do upwards of 60 million damage. Obviously, they have in-game gear. They're probably using a high tier, but she is a powerhouse, or she can be a powerhouse. And then just for the regular players that are wondering on this banner, if you don't have L1, this is a great banner to pull. Like I said, she is one of my most used champs. You won't regret having her on your roster or on your roster. I get that people overall are like, "Oh man, it's just a support." Yes, and with that being said, you don't need her. All content can be beaten without her, but does she make it easier? Yes. Um, I didn't get her till maybe like a month and a half, or no, it's probably 2 months now at this point. And at that point, I had most of my 19s beaten. I had up to hard and void rift, and I really just didn't like absolutely need her at the time. But I think now with the addition of Codex and just like Void Rift usability and all that, I think she is definitely worth pulling for. Other than that, you have her already. Absolutely save your shards. Um, the only reason I could see anybody pulling if you have Elowen already is if you're somebody that maybe were super unlucky and haven't hit one of these epics yet for the A-Bomb Fusion. Could be worth pulling a few, but I wouldn't suggest going full end for them. Other than that, like myself, I am definitely saving. Um, Absolutely no point for me to pull this weekend. Yeah, so that's gonna do it on this video. Let me know down below if you guys are pulling, if you're saving. I'm interested. Like I said, I've seen there's just been a ton of banter like between discords and video comments of, oh, this banner's not as good, but I really do think Elowen is an incredible champ. She's definitely worth every account to have eventually, but now might just not be the time for your account to have her. You might be waiting for a good fighter or a good marksman, and you're just saving up. Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys for all the support lately. We're smashing out subs. The views have been going insane. I appreciate it so much. It's been awesome to see the channel growing. I'm trying to get my Discord community growing. I will have it pinned in the comments below. So come check that out. We're going to have a ton of information in there. We already have a ton of faction information in there. Um, and we look to gather more. So yeah, thank you guys for checking this video out. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.